How you folks doing? Hero of None with your Mundus Minutes for April 19th, 2019. News, luxury merchant, and golden merchant stuff. So, first up on the news. Currently, there are crown sales on sale right now, and you can get up to 40% off. In addition to that, you can also get all the collector's packs, which includes the Elder Scrolls Online base game, Morrowind chapter, Somerset chapter, 4 DLC packs including Imperium, Orsinium, Thieves Guild, and Dark Brotherhood. Sale will go on until April 22nd, and it's also a little bit later for PlayStation and Xbox because they get a day later, so it should be up till about May 1st. In addition to that, the PTS is now available to test on. Elsewhere is invite only, and you have to also be invited to test the new Necro class. But Twitch streamers are out there testing stuff out, so do log into Twitch and take a look. In addition to that, you can still go ahead and get onto PTS and test out some of the changes to your particular classes and some of the other dungeons that are out there. Note that the Necromancer is kind of broken right now. It's giving higher damage numbers than expected because all the pets are critting, so expect a patch on that in the future to give actual damage parse numbers. Next, this week is the Abner Tharn part of the Companions quest. So these last few weeks here we've had all the companions doing various dailies, and this week is going to be PvP based quests. So go out, do PvP quests in Cyrodiil, do backgrounds dailies, and you should be getting boxes in addition to your standard rewards inside those. Also make sure to summon your cake each day to get tickets and also get that double experience. Finally, in the news, the data mining was done by some Russians with the Elsewhere patch, and show that there has some possible Elfic merchant and banker tunes coming along, and other stuff. I'll link the stuff down below so you can take a look at everything that's data mined. Just to note, anything that's data mined is not necessarily coming into game. What they usually do is they show what's in the files, but that still has to be released by Bethesda or ZOS to come out there. So now that we got through that, let's take a look at the luxury merchant and the golden merchant tonight. Wrong person, sorry. So on the luxury merchant, remember how it had shrines last week? Well, now it's kind of torture themed this week. You can see here we got giblets, an iron cross with skeleton on it, an iron cross large, a couple skeletons, an iron maiden that's chained, and an Iron Maiden Occupy, which actually animates to open and close, so you can see our victim inside. So really kind of cool. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more dark for your house, I definitely recommend getting some of this stuff. The Iron Crosses are kind of nice, cheaper items to get. The Iron Maiden Occupy is 100k, so maybe only get one of those, but it is a really kind of cool item to get. The Gibbet for 75k, kind of expensive. For that, and it's not even animated, so probably we get the item made before anything else. And lastly, on the golden merchant, apologize. Oh, there we go. So 150k, Ring of Vampire's Cloak, health, spell damage, health, and gain minor protection at all times, reducing your damage taken by 8%. Not really a great set. I don't see a whole lot of people using it. Tanks don't use this because you have the sorcerers, and typically you don't have this. I have heard some people in PvP using it, but if you're just doing this, you're just basically face tanking with PvP. You're not actually doing damage. So not the really greatest set overall. In addition to that, if you want to get the purple ring for this, you'd still get this amount of protection for the 8% anyways. So you can go over into, I want to say Stormhaven, and get this set. It's the heavy armor set that drops there. Next up, Spinners. Magicka spell damage, and adds 3,450 spell penetration. This is actually a pretty good set to get. Usually not used in PvE because you have light armor passives that will give you spell penetration. But inside PvP, where people stack up a lot more resistances, a lot of people will use this. It's basically the Spriggan equivalent for the Magicka set here. Gold version for 150k of this, not bad. I would definitely recommend getting this if you have magic characters that you want to use. If you want the other sets to that, you can get that inside of Grantwood. Pretty sure for light armor set there. For 250k, physical resistance, maximum magic damage, spell damage, and when you take damage from a melee attack, while you are under 80% magicka, restore 8,000 magicka. This can occur once every 30 seconds. This is okay. This got changed a while back, and I guess it's okay, but honestly, 80% every 30 seconds, or 8,000 every 30 seconds for being under 8% magicka. I would just go Warlock or Lich instead. It doesn't require this same like melee hit requirement there. Instead, you can just use Warlock, and when you're low on magicka, it just gives you crap ton back. So yeah, I'd probably skip that one. And then Herstein's Ring. Health, spell damage, health, and oh no, that's the wrong one. Herstein's Ring there. Stamina recovery, maximum stamina recovery, and reduce the cost of stamina abilities by 4% to 11 group members within 28 members of you. Basically, this is the Worm Cult version. The Worm Cult version for stamina. Where Worm Cult gives you reduction to magicka-based skills, this gives you a reduction to stamina-based skills. Not a whole lot of people use this. Stamina characters don't usually have a trouble maintaining stamina. In addition to that, most people that are going to be using stamina-based abilities are weaving in heavy attacks anyways. In addition to that, you're also looking at two things of stamina stacking on top of everything else. So you're not going to use this a whole lot in PvE. PvP-wise, I still don't see that used. It's just too much. It's not enough stamina reduction to really warrant it, so I definitely would skip over it, especially for 250k. If you want to get this set regularly, it's a dungeon set. I can't really remember where. I want to say City of Ash. No, it's not City of Ash. I'm gonna say I don't remember, and leave you guys to take a look up on your own. But yeah, I would probably skip over that. Now for 100k, you can get Ice Heart's Arm Cops, which is spell critical, and when you do critical damage, you have 20% chance to do damage shield that absorbs 8,300 damage, and also deals 891 frost damage to all enemies in 5 meters. And it can occur every 6 seconds. This set, I would say, is a pretty good VMA set. Even if you're stamina build, it gives you a damage shield that does damage. It has a pretty good proc chance on top of it if you're doing a crit build. Only problem with this is I would not buy the shoulders from this. You're spending 100k to get infused, which you're going to have to transmute to anyways. Not really worth it. So yeah, probably skip over that and then just use keys to get it. You're gonna have to transmute it anyways if it's not the correct trait. Next up, Earthgore. Healing done, and when you heal a friendly target that's under 50%, you conjure a pool of quenching blood underneath them, which soaks up all enemy placed effects and heals your friendly targets for an additional 28,000, basically 29,000 over 6 seconds, and occur every 35 seconds. This set is actually pretty good for PvE and PvE in the current patch. For the shoulders though, again, you can just go ahead and gamble those keys away from your Undaunted stuff instead of having to shell out 100k on this. It just doesn't work out. Now, note that the Earthgore set is going to get nerfed next patch. They currently have it working for a single target, and it gives it to the person that has the lowest amount of health. In addition to that, it also removes their negative effects, but I think they remove the ability to remove negative effects on the ground with that, but I had to take a look in that. So go ahead, fool around with the Earthgore now, but realize it's going to have a change next patch that makes it a little bit less appetizing to use. Might still be it probably still is going to be useful in PvE, but PvP, not so much as a healer set. And that's it, folks. That is what's on the Golden Merchant, Luxury Merchant, and that's your ESO news for the week. Hope we all had a good time, and see you all in Tamriel.